Sam, bring it in. Bring it in. It is an
Hello,
honor.
nice meeting you.
Honor to meet you, man. I'm HipHopGamer with Hot 97.
Wonderful.
I've been rocking with your games for the longest, bro. For the longest. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. I can't wait to talk to you.
Thank you.
Have a good time. What's up, baby?
Hello.
My dude, what's up, son? What's going on, man?
Those
Good
the
to see you.
PlayStation?
Yeah, these are the PlayStation stickers, baby.
Nice.
Awesome.
Slightly envious.
Word up, yeah, these the joints. So, yeah, let's sit down and have a good time. We're gonna do it. It's my homegirl Angie. She's gonna
Hi.
another time. Yep. Wow, this is what we go. It's right here.
Wonderful.
Word up. That's my grandmother right there. So she taught me how to play games when I was 4 years old. And so this is when she was younger and then when she had passed away. But yeah, man, this is my life, for real. So
That's brilliant.
And you play a role in that, so I appreciate you. Seriously.
Thank you.
So,
well, I mean, talking about family, you know, in the first Max Payne game,
yeah.
I brought my whole family in. Yeah, I was posing as Max, obviously.
Oh wow, yeah.
But my mother was there, posing as the main villain, Nicole Horn. That's my mom.
You serious? Yo, Sam, you gotta be lying to me right now. Oh my God, that's incredible.
And Alfred Woden, kind of the shady government guy. That's my dad.
What?
And my brother was there as well, and you know.
You know you're gonna make me go home and play this all over again with the new information you just gave me. Like, that is crazy. Oh my God.
So yeah, family is important.
Yeah, so that's my grandma, man. She taught me everything when it came to video games, man. So like, first off, Sam, I gotta ask you, you know, in the process of working on Control, like we about to talk about Control right now. With the process of working on Control, what's some of the things that you wanted to do to where it's not like a carbon copy of what Quantum Break is, but you're giving it like a fresh new start, so people that love Quantum Break, they can feel like at home, but newcomers can be like, wow, this is interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Control is its own thing, very much so, and you know, this E3 this summer, kind of showing the first material, yes, there were some reactions comparing it to Quantum Break, which in some ways is very understandable, given that we create our own technology. Absolutely. We have our Note Light engine, and Note Light engine was there, you know, making Quantum Break work,
right.
and kind of a new version of Note Light is in Control, you know, the engine and the tools. So on the visual side, it has its own identity as an engine, and kind of comparisons can be made. But also, you know, some ideas that we had for Quantum Break, like just the idea that let's do a superhero thing, where in Quantum Break we had Jack Joyce, who had these time powers. And so it's kind of a shooter combined with powers. We just felt that we can take this idea a lot further and have a lot more fun with it, and that became, you know, one of the initial ideas for gameplay in Control. And in Control, obviously, it's not about time and time powers. These supernatural powers that Jesse Faden, our hero in this game, has are much more like there is telekinesis, there is levitation. You know, it's much more physical in a way, tied to the environments. We invested on the engine side a lot into dynamic destructibility of the environment. You can, you know,
destroy everything. That's what I like.
Yeah, you are the director of the bureau, and that's what director does. You know, comes in and wrecks the place.
Yeah.
So you know, and that was the idea, and then with your supernatural powers like telekinesis, you can you know, use everything in the environment. So you can come in, you can break the place, you can use the debris as a tool and weapon against the enemies, and that was the kind of the starting point for the gameplay experience. And here, maybe more decisively than in our previous games, we started from the gameplay. We wanted a deeper, more sandbox-style action game experience. That you have these different elements. You are unlocking new supernatural powers. You can upgrade them. You have this mystical service weapon, you know, the Bureau's agent's service weapon, but you know, a mystical one. That is this shifting thing that has different forms that you can keep on unlocking and boosting up. So it's a combo of your powers and your weapon, and that you can keep on changing depending on, you know,
the situation and how the game
yes,
comes
right.
at you.
Reacting to that.
That's crazy. So when you talk about telekinesis, it makes me think about this game called Psyops. I love Psyops. Sam, that was my joint, son. So that was one of my favorite games, like way back. So then my next question is, and this is more towards the story and stuff like that. So, you know, what makes the story so special? Because when you think of the name Control, it seems like there's something deeper, like you know, going on. So what can you share with the fans right now, story-driven wise, that's gonna get us excited to get the game?
Well, I mean, first of all, we just wanted, you know, in some ways, once again comparing maybe to the previous ones, to show kind of how different we were approaching this, was that for Quantum Break we wanted to create kind of this big blockbuster, you know, mainstream friendly experience, colorful and all of that. And here we just decided that we'll just do what we are passionate about. Let's go, you know, as far,
always follow your passion. That's what I'm talking about.
Right, as far into weirdness as we want. And you know, on one hand, wanted to create fiction and story and world that supports and enhances these really cool, fun, crazy gameplay ideas that we have. That how do we create, you know, world and fiction where this thing is possible, you know, and that already took us into a weird place.
Wow, okay.
But at the same time, like, also the idea is, you know, I love science fiction, I love fantasy, but if you look at, you know, those things as genres, they are often giving you this almost like this comforting, simpler world in a way, where things can be explained and where there is an answer to the problem. And here we were kind of looking into the literary genre of new weird.
New weird. Yes. This sounds like Stranger Things on steroids right there. Like when you talk about
I can take that. I
like that.
So the idea is that there is definitely elements of science fiction and fantasy in here, but you know, in new weird literature, it's more like you are looking at them from a more complicated real world perspective where maybe we don't understand all of it. Maybe these things are so advanced and so alien that we don't, you know,
can't comprehend it.
And or, you know, as it is in real world, often like you are pursuing to find the answer, but maybe there are conflicting answers. Like
everything is kind of like a contradiction.
Yeah,
so no matter which way you go, you're still gonna catch yourself at a crossroad. So it's like it is what it is, and you exist within it. Oh my God! Yeah, I get it. That's
so it's relatively dark. It's relatively, you know, in some ways even dreamlike, trippy experience. Like really strange things are happening, and this bureau that is, you know, dealing with the unexplainable phenomena.
I can't wait to play this game. You're saying a whole bunch of stuff that's leaving so many mysteries. I just want to play it, B. I just want to play it. I have a major question for you, Sam. This is major right now. In order for you to answer this question, it'll be an honor for you to hold the belt, bro.
Wonderful.
It'll be an honor for you to hold the belt, man.
Yes, honor for me as well.
For this next question, the first time that I saw Control, one of the things that I thought about was VR. And the reason why I say that is because imagine you're playing VR, and because of the telekinesis, I can just put my hand up and move something. Put my hand up, pull this.
Sure.
Like, you know how crazy that would be? And then you look at, oh my God, that would be insane. So my question to you is, have y'all thought about, or do y'all have any type of program work like behind the scenes where you was playing around with a VR opportunity to have VR control?
No.
Are you serious, man? Oh my God, you know how crazy. And he was so dramatic too with the no. He was like, No. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that would have been so great.
Obviously, being an indie studio, we are looking at different opportunities, exploring, staying current, prototyping different things, trying things out, not actively working on VR right now.
Okay.
So many other things going on. These days, Remedy is working on multiple game projects at the same time. I mean, for years and years, we were always working on one project, but we have grown a lot. And these days, it's two simultaneous. We are working on Control, and then we are working on a story mode for Crossfire 2, which is this big Korean multiplayer thing. We are doing a single-player story mode for that.
Oh my God,
but that's already now, full played and plenty of stuff. But always kind of looking at different opportunities, always trying things out, and always following where the industry is going.
Absolutely. So now my next question, and this is more of a passionate question in terms of like something personal, but how did you feel when you like got a chance to make your first video game? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because what I want the fans to understand is that you're not just some corporate bigwig just taking their money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, because they always think like that because you don't really get a chance to see the human side of the people that do this work. And I want to make sure that happens on my platform. So how did it feel? Like, what was the process like when you like did your first game, so people could understand how passionate and how real this is, man, and the work that it takes to do it?
Yeah, I mean, yes, a lot of passion involved and a lot of hard work, and it's always kind of so important to have that sense of fun in it.
Absolutely.
That you can't lose that, and it's not worth it if you lose that. And for me, the passion is and has been storytelling. I started out writing the texts for Remedy's first game, Death Rally.
Rally.
Yes.
Wow.
And that was almost like by accident. I had been writing, and a good friend of mine was one of the founding members of Remedy, and he knew about my writing. And when they needed texts for Death Rally, he came to me like, "Would you be interested?" Of course, for a young guy, hoping to get his stuff out there, I was like,
that'd be huge,
awesome. And I'm still on that road. After what, 23 years.
23 years?
Yes.
You're looking at 23 years right here, man. See, in the hood, we say that's gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's gangster right there, 23 years. So I got 3 more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this up. And this is powerful. Now, I know Quantum Break was, on PC and Xbox only. And now we about to get Control, and it's coming to PlayStation and stuff like that.
It is, yes.
My question to you is, how has the relationship been working with PlayStation, on Control? And will we see a Switch version of Control?
Switch version not in the plans at the moment, but we, for Alan Wake and Quantum Break, we were exclusive with Microsoft, and that worked really, really well for us, and we were happy with the relationship with them. But after Quantum Break, it just felt like the right time to take a step back, and we wanted to do something new with the game, so it felt like maybe we should do it with a new partner, try out new things, and as an indie studio, we, at the end of the day, what matters for us is that we can give the opportunity as many gamers out there as possible to try out our game. Yeah. And so multi-platform. Yeah. And with that, back to PlayStation as well. Obviously PC and Microsoft, PC and Xbox there as well. But PS4 definitely, and 505 Games, who is the publisher.
Shout out to 505. I love 505 Games.
Yeah, and we started talking, and it felt like a perfect match for this. And then, happily and luckily, we have really nice relationship with Sony as well.
Absolutely.
So you know, towards the reveal at E3 this summer, we were talking and we're really honored to be given the opportunity to be part of the PlayStation, you know, showcase and have the reveal there, because that was also a nice way of, you know, putting Control out there. You know, we are multi-platform. It's on PS4 as well.
Oh my God. Now, my next question, and then I got the last one. The next one is RTX. That ray tracing technology is crazy. Now, this right here, now you held the belt. I gotta take the belt back. Now, I gotta put the chain on it.
Okay.
My man gotta rock the chain.
Okay.
And we gonna give it a spin. We gonna give it a little spin right there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give it a spin. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, my bad. 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta give it a little spin.
Okay.
Now look, Sam, this is important to all the gamers out there right now, man. This is important. Now, ray tracing technology is insane. Quantum Break wanted some of the best graphics that I've seen, and I'm like huge on graphics. I got the 4K HDR, everything. I got the 2080 Ti at home.
Awesome.
Are you doing anything right now with ray tracing? Have y'all messed with it? Do you see it in the future with either Control and a patch or any other game that you're gonna make after this? Like, talk to me, please.
You know, the thing is, like, as said, we have our own engine, and making games, it's a team effort. You know, I might be here, you know, with this honor, but you know, it's a team effort, and we have really brilliant people in the team, experts of different areas, and on the tech side and on the graphics and art side, you know, these brilliant guys who at the same time are at the university teaching really complicated, you know, mathematics, because it's like it's way over my head. But pushing it and kind of really incredible stuff on the screen, and certainly doing a lot of firsts and new things on the engine side for Control, and always just pushing it forward.
I can't wait to see y'all. I can't wait. And oh my God! So for the last question, y'all. For the last question,
we can confirm that RTX will be Control will ship with RTX.
You serious? Yo, dude, if the moment I see anything dealing with RTX and Control graphically, I'm done. Like I'm gonna buy the game twice. Like, you don't understand, that is because the way it looks amazing already.
Yep.
So I can imagine what you're gonna add to it. Oh my God, I can't wait. RTX Control, oh my God. So for the final question, Sam, like, when you're in the process of making like any game and stuff like that, and you know, you got so many amazing games under your belt already, the things that you accomplished, like, what was the biggest hardship that you had to go through to find success in the gaming space?
I mean, you know, the thing is, even looking back all the way, you know, when we went into Max Payne, Max Payne, I mean, Remedy back then was really this, almost like this garage band. You know, the founder of the company, you know, Remedy was in the basement of his parents' house. That's where Remedy started out, you know.
So when y'all was starting Max Payne and all that stuff, you was in a garage?
Well, like a basement.
Basement.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's crazy. Like, you know, we need a Max. I'm just gonna say this real quick before you finish. We need a Max Payne remaster in 4K and all this other stuff.
Well, you need to talk to Rockstar guys then. I mean, it's their baby now.
Just saying, man. Throw it out there, right?
So, and you know, everybody was so enthusiastic, as of course, you know, wanting to, you know, create this thing. But then it ended up being, you know, a really winding, hard journey of 5 years. you know, and such a huge amount of work. And you know, I've thought back that if everybody would have known how much work making these things is, then you know how many of us would have actually
Went through the process.
Yeah,
exactly.
even started making it. And I think that has been the rule. I mean, it's always difficult, you know, the way these games work. I mean, Max Payne 2, you know, even that, you know, from my perspective, that was a really relatively short, really exciting, fun journey because, you know, the world, the characters are established. Now just, But then on technology side, there were a lot of new things being tried out and you know, the console ports and everything. So for that team, it was a really taxing effort. Wow. And then Alan Wake, you know, we were in a nice opportunity, too nice almost looking back.
Wow.
Like after Max Payne had been sold,
it was so big.
The company was in a kind of a very comfortable place, and all the creatives were coming like, this is my dream game, this is my dream game, you know, everything piled up. And then at some point realizing that, you know, we will never be able to make this game that has everything in. And you know, we need to figure out a new direction and get this into focus. And
absolutely.
So you know, all of these, especially creating a new IP, you know, and often it's new IP, new version of the engine, new gameplay, new this and that. And
there's so much that goes into it.
Yes. So it's for a big group of people, a big journey of say 5 years, which is a huge amount of work, and it's always tough, and it's always like you kind of, you know, even after 23 years, you kind of expect that we know what we are doing, and then it turns, because technology is going forward so fast that every single new project like this is in some ways you are doing things that no one on this planet has tried out. You are trying out new things and discovering, prototyping, and you never know where that goes. It's iterative process. You aim for a goal, get there, look at it, realize this isn't working, or in some cases accidentally you have something else there that was not part of the plan, and everybody goes like, that's actually really promising. That worked really well.
Just and go,
and following that, you know, and then now we know what we are making. Now we still have to make all the content, and
Dude, this is Sam Lake. This is a legend in our industry. Look, man. Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there, man. Oh, let's do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Woo! That's how you do it. When can we expect Control to come out?
Next year.
Next year. I tried to get the date, but like, all right, just next year. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold you to that. All right, cool. One love. God bless. Once again, the one and only Sam Lake. Control. Take control. It's your boy HipHopGamer. God bless. On your hot 9-7 every day. That's my word. And we out. Peace.
Thank you.